Welcome back to Fearless Ferris Fire. Making this video now after my tool haul. This is to show you all the wrenches now and the wrench holders. So, let me show you what I got. Just in the last video, I showed these Ernst gripper wrench organizer. These are made in the USA. And what I liked about these is you can choose like different wrench amounts. Like you could choose 7 tool, 10 tool, 15 tool, 17, So they had all the different options. So I got them to basically fit my wrenches perfectly. So as you can see, this is my metric gear wrench set, which is what I got one of them for. Holds the wrenches no problem until you drop it. But they do actually hold the wrenches quite well. Greasy hands don't allow for great gripping abilities. As many will know. But they easily are, you can easily slide them right into their holders. And they can be easily carried around because they have, a nice handle up here. And they do add a ton of space to the box. I had all these wrenches all randomly kind of spreaded out about to be able to fit them in my box. But now with these wrench holders, there is plenty of room to go around, so I can even add more wrenches in here. So as you can see, this is the Husky ratcheting wrench set. And the only complaint is, since these are so thick, these shanks on this wrench, it kind of bends them out weird, but they still do hold them nicely. Like, they work for just good in the toolbox holders. They aren't as good for on the move. So, if you have really thick wrenches, I would not necessarily go with these. But if you have, the thinner style wrenches, then they work just great. Or they work just dandy. I mean, let's see. We can look at this real quick. If you have wrenches that are about, 5 millimeters thick, or we'll go into the Inchland, about 0.2 inches thick, they work just fine. I tell you, when you get about, 6-7 millimeters thick, that's when they start kind of not holding the wrench as well. So when you pick them up, they don't hold the wrench quite as good, but they still do work as, in the box holder. They also make the stubbies. So I got the 7 tool because I have 6 size of stubbies. They didn't offer a 6 wrench organizer, so that's a little downfall, but they're better than getting a 15 or a 10 tool holder from other brands. So then you have a bunch of spaces unopened. I only have one now. So they hold them really nicely. If you have not giant wrenches, they do hold them and they do not let them loose. And then we'll go down here and just show you the standard. So as you can see, this drawer is all full. I should have took a video before, but it was all full. And now it holds all the wrenches very nicely. And even the smaller Huskies, they hold well. So, and then if you're also looking for just in the toolbox holders, these Tecton holders, these are as well made in the USA, along with the Ernst. They're not the actual ones. They don't have the handles, so you can't run off with the wrenches. But they do a very good job of organizing in your box. I really do suggest these. They're not very expensive. They're from Tecton. You can find them on Amazon and on the Tecton website. I think they're like $15, maybe $20. They might even be less. Don't quote me on that, but if you're looking for something like that, I definitely go with these. And if you need on the go kind of style wrench holders, these Ernst will do the job for you. So there we go. That is showing how, those Ernst wrench holders, how well they work. So so far, I've only had them in there for like 30 minutes, but having them in there, they make my box a lot more organized and a lot easier to find those tools instead of having to, have them all kind of sporadically laying about in there with, them piling on top of each other, because, they really do organize the drawer a lot better. So that is, my first, more of my thoughts and showing you what they look like with the wrenches in them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.